You're watching Mix TV.
Petitions and posts, the DMs for 9 straight years. Those comments are the reason Those comments are the reason this exists. Snack Wrap is back.
Trusted in the community with a long history of customer satisfaction, Edwards Auto Sales on Highway 64 in Roland is always the right turn to take in your quest for the ultimate pre-owned vehicle. Edwards Auto Sales is a buy here, pay here dealership with in-house financing available. View their complete inventory online at edwardsautosalesinc.com. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years. Edwards Auto Sales in Roland.
Welcome, everyone, to Chad Richardson Stadium in Edmond. It's the Class 2A-II State Football Championship between the Vian Wolverines and the Adair Warriors. I'm Justin Pettit, along with my broadcast partner, Clint Smith. Clint's all dressed up for this special occasion. Me, I just kept it simple. And, folks, I'm going to go ahead and tell you before we even get started, we are having to use our Starlink satellite internet system. For some reason, they do not have Ethernet and internet in our booth, and so I don't know what that's all about, Clint, but if you think Big College University, they would have that, but they do not, and so we're going to do what we can, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very frustrating morning trying to get this thing going, but it is up and it is going, and we got a big game for you. This is the Blue Ribbon Auto Group pregame show. Vian comes in with a record of, what's their record? 12-1. 12-1.
Yep.
Adair comes in 13-0, and both teams have played very well in the playoffs. And Clint, it's a beautiful app
to make good things happen, not just at work, but in your community and at home. It's being there for the people you care about. So what does strength look like? To us, it looks a whole lot like you. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Forever Memories Funeral Services welcomes you to take advantage of the services they offer, from pre-planning to uniquely designing a celebration of the life journey of your loved one. Forever Memories has local ownership. They've lived in this community for many generations. With a caring staff and a beautiful facility, Forever Memories is dedicated to serving Sequoyah County and surrounding communities affordably with dignity. Forever Memories Funeral Services on Highway 101, just north of Sallisaw.
Looking to upgrade your job skills, preparing for a new career, or exploring different interests? Enroll today at Indian Capital Technology Center, where you can quickly gain the skills and experience you're looking for at a price you can afford. With campus locations in Muskogee, Sallisaw, Stillwell, and Tahlequah, there's an ICTC location near you. Indian Capital Technology Center. Careers start here.
Aiken Store is your barbecue feed and more store.
In the lower feed room, we're serving the River Valley's best barbecue. From brisket, pulled pork, smoked bologna, cheddar sausage, to baby back ribs, and the absolute best sides. The lower feed room features a steady stream of live music. And next door, Aiken Store stocks cold drinks, snacks, grocery, and merch, plus a full line of feed for all your animals.
Aiken Store.
Open 7 days, 4 miles east of 59 on Highway 101 north of Sallisaw.
Show your hometown pride with a School Spirit debit card from First Star Bank. Each time you make a purchase with your School Spirit debit card, First Star Bank will make a donation to your school district. You make a purchase, they make a donation. Everyone wins. Support your school with First Star Bank's School Spirit debit card. First Star Bank has donated over $100,000 to local schools through the School Spirit program. Debit cards may be ordered online at firststar-bank.com.
Ready for a smile that feels as good as it looks? At Aesthetic Dental Institute, Dr. Henshaw specializes in transforming lives with dental implants, the permanent solution to missing teeth. And with IV sedation, you can relax and feel comfortable during any procedure. For those who need a full restoration, full arch implants give you back your smile in just one day. Call Aesthetic Dental Institute today at 918-775-4431. Aesthetic Dental Institute, where your beautiful, healthy smile is their top priority.
When you need a plumber, your ace in the hole is Rocky Top Plumbing. Whether it's new construction, remodels, repairs, commercial, or residential, Rocky Top's got you covered. Serving Eastern Oklahoma, we do video drain inspection, line locating, sewer lines, water lines, natural gas, and propane lines, plus excavation, tankless water heaters, and more. Financing is available. Rocky Top Plumbing, where a flush beats a full house. Dial 918-776-7655. Rocky Top Plumbing. License number 54559.
And we welcome you back to Chad Richardson Stadium here in Edmond, campus of UCO. It's the Vian Wolverines against the Adair Warriors. And there's that wind I was telling you about, Clint. We got the window open up here, and boy, it is blowing through now. Hey, what's up, Mr. Pregame? How are you? See, got Coach Boyd over here beside us. We got the coaches next to us, and we appreciate everybody tuning in, whether you're listening to us on the radio or watching us on social media. Again, we're going to do our best to keep this going. Unfortunately, we're working off the satellite and the hotspot, but hey, that's okay. If it drops in and out, y'all hang with us, please. You guys know that we love covering these Wolverines, but they got a tough opponent today, Clint, in the Adair Warriors. Head coach Brady Bradbury in his third season actually played at Adair. I think they said he's got a whole family of people that have played there as brothers. Again, they were 13-0, 7-0 district, 2A-II champions. They defeated Wilburton 53-7, Holdenville 20-14, Stroud 42-40 in overtime. Great game last week to get here. They average about 46 points a game. They give up about 16 points a game. Man, they're led by Cooper McCord, the quarterback. He's their leading passer with 2,379 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's also their leading rusher, 149 for 885 and 11 touchdowns. He's also their leading tackler on defense at linebacker.
Yeah, he's
Cooper McCord he does a lot for the Adair Warriors. Again, you're in the middle of your Blue Ribbon Auto Group pregame show here. Now we'll switch over to the Vian Wolverines, Clint. And, of course, they're coming in here with a record of 12-1. They are led by a quarterback. Of course, you're going to go with Cash Trammell, and then, of course, the running backs Mason Wright and Drayton Fletcher. It is a big offensive line. They had to replace 4 starters. They've gotten better and better each week. There's some freshmen on the line that start. But I tell you what, Coach Will has done a really good job getting these guys ready.
He has indeed. It's going to be a good matchup. You know, what it's really going to come down to defensively for Vian is they've got to be able to cover in man coverage down the field and not to have to bring any safety back for help so that they can get extra pressure on the quarterback. On McCord.
Gentlemen, step in here. Congratulations on making the state championship football game with 2A-II.
Here's the crowd. Here's the ref mic, y'all.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think they're going to do the coin toss.
Vian, you're the visiting team. You'll be calling the coin toss. We're going to have Brandy from Country Financial come in and do the coin toss, and she's going to show you which is going to be heads and tails, and you can choose what that's going to be. Okay? Come on in, Brandy. So hold on a second.
Yeah, this is the referee. They're down on the midfield stripe, so here we go.
The choice is tails. It is a head. Oh, sorry, excuse me. It is a tail. You won the toss. What would you like to do? They would like to defer. Which direction would you like to receive?
Oh, we'll receive this way.
Receive here? Okay. So everybody gets switched around.
Here we go, Clint. They got the gold ball.
Adair will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
Vian won the toss, Clint. They deferred to the second half.
Yep.
They're going to put that Adair offense out on the field.
But anyway, as we were saying, if they can cover man coverage down the field on these receivers, they've got two really good receivers. If they can get man coverage on there and not have to get any help back there, that's going to allow extra pass rushers so that they can get pressure and kind of try to contain McCord, because he'll break out of the pocket, and he's a really good rusher as well.
Yeah, they're going to line up. Whenever, usually on radio, I'll try to tell you what formation they're in.
They're going to be
I'm not even going to try that. I think they said they ran 23 different formations last week against Stroud. But listen, it all starts with the quarterback. You've got to just play your game. You've got to just play your game. Both of these teams are good. That's the question I've got 57 times.
If you're here,
is Adair any good? Yes.
Yeah, if you're here, you're good.
They're a very good football team, and there's a reason that they are here is because they are that good. But you mentioned it, Clint. It's a beautiful day. If the wind, you said the wind, and now
of course it picks up.
It's picked up. Show them that scoreboard there, Rusty. That thing that's looking good out there. You see, we're a little cockeyed on the scoreboard, but look at this. This is the intro that Kyle made that they're playing right now.
Oh, very nice.
We'll show that to you. That's our own Kyle Garner and Joe Wag did this, and Vian contacted us and said, "Can you make us a video?" And we said yes. And they just did a great job. I know y'all can't really hear it, but you can find it on social media. It's all over the place. We just took a lot of old highlights and threw them in there. And I know the Vian crowd is over there loving it. It's hard to tell in these big stadiums how many people, Clint, but the entire lower section is filled here on the Vian visitor side. So I think the whole town may be here.
Yeah, I think so. I think they closed up shop, and everybody's here, which is exactly what we want. Kind of going back to that game plan. Offensively, Vian, you said do what you do. Stick with that run game.
Yeah,
Drayton Fletcher, Mason Wright, the old 1-2 punch there.
Let's run.
Yep.
And then
if you need to toss it around.
Here they come, the Wolverines.
Yep. If you need to toss it around, then by all means, you see the number 52 Cash Trammell flag leading the Wolverines onto the field. Well, we hoped he was going to be here today, but unfortunately he was not able to make the trip.
That was, I know his dad was saying that they were going to try to get him a day pass to come, but he's that's okay, man. Cash, hang in there, buddy. Hey. I'm telling you, no one's forgot, buddy. They're all cheering for you. Everybody. Everybody in the whole county, man.
I'll tell you what, JP, you and I are old school kind of guys. We like the tough, hard, physical type players, and he's probably the toughest one we've ever seen on the field. Yep. But he's taking it to a whole new level now, showing a new level of toughness and determination and heart.
You hang in there, young man. I'm telling you, we love you, and we want you back. And that was my plan. I wanted him up here with us, up here with Locke, and it just didn't happen. That's okay. It wasn't in the cards, and you know what? That team down there is definitely. They talked to Coach Willis about. I've never seen Coach Willis get emotional like that in that press conference we were at the other day.
Hopefully he'll get to get his hands on that gold ball here after a while, and that'll make it all right.
Now here comes the Adair. You can go ahead and show the Adair. I know we've probably got some folks from Adair watching and listening too. Hey, we respect Adair. We've played Adair a lot, and we know those guys. But you have to forgive us. So we are a Vian broadcast. So like I always tell people, if we cheer a little bit louder for Vian or we get a little more excited for Vian, don't hold that against us. Again, we followed these kids since they were this tall, and we're not going to disrespect Adair at all. We don't get on officials and players. We don't do that, so you don't have to worry about that. And also, if we mispronounce a name, I'm not an English major. I have an engineering background, so does Clint. So we do our best. We've been doing this a long time. Like Clint, Riley Ellis's dad told me that Riley Ellis, Mason Wright, and Drayton Fletcher have been playing football together for 13 years.
Wow.
And they have played over, I think it was 150 games. Here come the Warriors. They're the home team, so they're closest to us. The Warriors are coming out. You can actually see it on the field there.
Yeah, this is their last one today, but wouldn't be a better way to go to end it than bringing home that gold ball to Vian.
Yeah, hey, we want to congratulate real quick our buddy Kelly Gravitt, the head coach, principal, and AD down at Tallahena. The Tigers won the A-II district or state championship here yesterday in a great game with the always tough Hominy Bucks. And you talk about two tradition-rich teams, and I know they got back in Tallahena about 8 o'clock last night, and Clint, it was party city down there.
Sure. I'm Vian. Just wait if they bring that gold ball into town.
Yeah, if either one of these teams bring it in. But Adair, I think, won in 2015.
They did. These two teams are 2-1 in playoff meetings. Vian winning in 2013, and then in 2019, Adair won in 2018, 38 by a score of 38-27, and
Yeah,
then Adair was
2015
state champs.
And in 2023, I think it was, that Vian, 2 years ago, Vian beat Adair up at Adair. Remember, that was the year Mason was playing quarterback, and they really weren't supposed to do anything, and they actually beat them in the second round and that's back when we had 5 rounds. And, this is I know this. We've been around Vian a lot, Clint, and they're very confident. They're not cocky.
They're focused.
But they've been here, and those seniors have shouldered a lot of unnecessarily, I don't want to say blame, but they've taken that as
and I think
a reason to get back
we
here.
talked about it last week, especially Mason Wright. He really kind of shouldered some of that blame from what happened here last year because, he had that turnover that it was just a freak bounce, the way the ball bounced to the Davis player, but kind of turned the tide of that whole game, and he really took a lot of that on himself, and he, avenged that loss last week to Davis in the semifinals and looking to do the same here and bring home this gold ball.
Trying to adjust our levels here. Apparently,
and, another thing that, JP, we've talked about it all year. Vian's got that turf in. They've been practicing on it, been playing on it. They're accustomed to the field level, the way the ball bounces, the way you cut on it, all that stuff, so you can throw that out now. And, these two teams are just ready to go.
Yeah, I asked Coach Willis that in the press conference today. I said it may be silly, but does that make a difference? He said absolutely. Not only with that, but with prep, they don't have to spend all the time working on it. So it's been a great investment. Well, folks, I don't know what else to tell you. They're going out on the field, Clint, and this is it. The state championship is about to get underway. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, hang with us. If the feed goes out, it's on a satellite, so it may fall off one satellite, pick another one up. Hang with us, I promise you. Adair will receive. Back deep to receive for the Warriors. I lost my roster.
I got you right here, buddy.
Number 6, Ethan Stevens. He's another one of the running backs. He's really good. Adair is in, is that green, Clint?
Yeah, green tops. Green tops, white bottoms with the white helmets, Vian, and they're all road whites.
With the white helmets, too. So here we go. We're way up here on the 3rd level, so we don't like being this far away, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do. Cash Trammell will kick off for the Wolverines. They're moving right to left on your radio dial.
Looks like they're going to have a holder here holding the ball on the tee as that breeze is picked up.
It definitely has. I think Vian is kicking into the wind, too.
See number 11, Adolph Stahl out there. He got a little banged up in that last game, had an ankle injury. I talked to some of his family this week, and he's good to go.
Yeah,
he's good to go. He's a tough young man. He's ready to go.
There it is. The ball is in the air. It's a short kick into the wind. It's going to be fielded by number 15, Brett Pursley, a freshman, and he's going to get chopped down at about the 24-yard line. The Wolverines converge on him. And Clint, I got to raise this window. It's right in my line of sight.
Yeah, good special teams play that time. Mr. Stahl, as we talked about, he is a special team standout right down there in the middle of that tackle.
Here we go. 1st and 10. Adair Warriors. It's the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Vian got to be really disciplined here. They got to make sure they get aligned properly because, we talked about Adair's going to throw a lot of different formations at them. They got to be disciplined, make sure they get lined up properly, and make sure they get that coverage dialed in.
1st and 10. Cooper McCord is coming out with 4 receivers and a tight end. He's all by himself in the backfield. He takes a snap, fakes it. Now he's going to throw a pass, has a man wide open, and he overthrows him, Clint. Ooh. He was there. He had about 4 steps on the Vian receivers. He took a little like he was going to run, stood it, dropped back, threw it, and then, man, Vian catches a break there. I think the wind maybe pushed it a little too far.
And I think what happened there is Vian it just froze those DBs just enough. They were peeking in the backfield. It froze them just enough to where it let that receiver get a step.
Yeah, you just got to contain. You got to let your front 4 do their job. 2nd and 10. Snap. McCord drops back. It's going to be a screen, and they got him, and he's tackled at about the 29-yard line. So they got 5 yards, Clint, boy, but if that wasn't a tackle there, it would have been a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Mason Wright came up and made the sure tackle in the open field. And, we said that in that pregame. You got to tackle in space. If you miss a tackle out there, then these guys are going to be off to the races.
So it brings up 3rd and 5 from the 29. Just 40 seconds gone by here in the first quarter. The ball is at the 29-yard line of Adair. They put a man in motion. McCord, that's a false start. The slot receiver tried to take off.
Yep. Referee's all over that one.
Here we go with our ref, Mike.
Prior to this, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
I'm just going to leave that on, so I don't have to mess with the volumes.
Yeah, he's turned up pretty loud here in the stadium.
Yeah, we have him on level 1 of 10, so they got him cranked out. But it's going to be now 3rd and 9. Actually, they're going to call it 3rd and 10. Now Vian's going to jump off sides.
Yeah, give them the 5 yards back.
Give it right back.
Yeah, that's one thing that, we saw in that first round
By
game.
the snap. Offsides. Defense. Still 3rd down.
Vian trying to get off the line quick. Got bit on that hard count. Gave the 5 yards back, so we're back to 3rd and 5 now.
Let us know where you're listening at, watching. Give us a text, 918-790-1051. Now it's 3rd and 5. There's a snap. McCord going to roll to his left, looking downfield. He's going to take off running, Clint, and he's going to get the first down. Boy, he took a big hit, but he got the first down at the 35. He had to run about 30 yards, but he got 6.
Yep, Ledger Folsom came over and finally made the tackle. Helped out by Amos Wright. He's a good runner. Like I said, he's the team's leading runner, and he's a tough guy too. He's a quarterback. You don't see many quarterbacks play linebacker on the defensive side of the ball, but he's a tough guy.
Real quick, you're listening to the Mix 105.1, KXMX, Muldrow, Sallisaw, Fort Smith, and Vian. 1st and 10, the ball's at the Adair 35. It's a snap. McCord going to quarterback keeper all the way. Swerves in and out, gets up to the 39. It'll be 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, broke a tackle there. I think that was Max Ross. Got a hand on him as he came through the line, but couldn't bring him down. Folsom finally came up and made the tackle.
Adair looks to the side. Yeah, they don't huddle very often that I've seen on film.
Adair
anyway.
kind of reminds you of one of those old Big 12 teams. They just come out
like
and
an
line
old Dana Holgerson OSU team.
Yep.
That's exactly what they remind you of. 2nd and 6. McCord takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Running back's going to fight forward. He's going to be a little short. No, they're going to say 1st down.
Yeah, they are. He got tripped up as he came through the line, but he stumbled and rumbled forward for some yardage before he finally went down, but picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, he needed 5, got 6, so it's another 1st down for Adair. You remember the first drive for Davis last week, they drove all the way to the red zone, and Vian held them. This may be the case here. 1st and 10 from the 45. Vian showing blitz, but Adair looks like they're going to change the play. They're in a different formation again. They've been in 5 different formations. McCord takes the snap. It's going to be a fake. He drops back, throws a pass out here, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. 55 yards to number 22, Cole Moody, a senior. Michael Polkat was there, Clint, but he just couldn't catch up.
No, just laid that pass right on the money, did Mr. McCord. Put it right on his receiver. Great throw. Hit his receiver in stride.
Makes it 6-0. Adair, I don't think they usually do extra points. They do the swinging gate and try to go for 2. So we'll see. That could be a big thing because Vian can kick extra points. Yeah, they're going to line up to go for 2. McCord all by himself. Takes a snap. It's going to be a keeper all the way, and they had him in the backfield. He's going to fight forward.
No good.
No good. So 9:05 left in the first. It's Adair 6, Vian nothing. We'll be back on the mix.
The new Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. That is our promise to you at the new Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford. Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Sallisaw, Oklahoma.
Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford.
When it comes to insurance, it's important to have a plan that fits you.
We ready?
A plan that's too small can leave you without adequate protection.
Huh?
And with a plan that's too big, you may pay for insurance you don't need. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help you design a plan that meets your needs, so it's just right for you.
Ready?
Insurance that fits just right.
For auto, home, or life insurance, see Shelter Agent Randall Baker in Sallisaw.
And we're back here at Chad Richardson Stadium. Didn't take long. Adair's in the end zone, 6-0 before Vian even gets out on the field. Kicking off, I believe, is number 6, Ethan Stevens. I can't really see here. Doesn't matter. It's going to be an onside kick. Vian's going to field it about the 28. That's Ledger Folsom, and he is not going to get anything, Clint. I don't know what he was trying to do there.
No, I'm not sure
I don't know what he was
either
doing.
what his reasoning was there, but he saw something he wanted to try to get around the end there, but was unable to do it.
I don't know. But it doesn't matter. Still pretty good field position.
Yeah, we're going to take
at
over
the 31-yard line. But Clint, you just got to stay calm. You got to stay calm, and you got to come out here and do your thing because Adair, if you do something silly, Adair can pounce all over you.
Well, if you're Vian, what you'd like to do is burn the rest of this first quarter, go down and get you a touchdown.
I don't think you can do that today, Clint. I think you're going to have to match up with them. 1st and 10. Cash Trammell takes a snap. It's a pitch out to Mason Wright. Mason gets nothing. They're going to knock him back for a loss. 2 yards back to the 20. They're going to put him at the 30, so a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, that left side of that Adair defense got some penetration and didn't allow Wright to get around the end.
2nd down coming up. 8:50 left here in the first quarter. It's already 6-0 Adair. You hear the battle of the train horns. There's about 97 of them down there. You want to impress me? Bring a 737 engine next time. Trammell takes the snap. It's high, but he gives it right to Mason Wright, and Mason gets maybe 2, 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Vian.
Yep, couldn't get it. That was McCord on the tackle from his linebacker spot.
You know, our buddy Randon Lowe, Coach Randon Lowe, came in here before the game and was talking to him, and he used to always say the most excited team on the football field usually wins the game, and right now that's Adair.
It is indeed.
They are jumping all over the place. They are running all over the place. And
they're fired up.
Vian is just kind of slowly, methodically coming out onto the turf. 8 minutes left. 3rd and long. 3rd and 9 now. Trammell puts Drayton Wright to his left side. 4 wide receivers. There's the snap. Trammell throws a pass, and it is caught by Mason Wright.
Nice.
He reels it in.
First
it's going to be a 1st down for the Wolverines. Will Clint, that was in double coverage. That was all Mason Wright there.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw, but Trammell put it where he had to. He put it a little high where only Wright could go up and get it, and that was a good hands catch. He went up there and reeled it in.
Ball's at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Wolverines. That was a big 1st down. They needed that. They're going to go with 4 receivers again. Drayton Fletcher is the running back. Mason Wright, one of the receivers. It's going to be a gift to Fletcher this time. Drayton gets through. He's got the 40. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Touchdown. 52 yards for Drayton Fletcher.
Boy, good job by that O-line. That O-line gave him a hole right there at the line of scrimmage. He hit it full speed and just kicked it into high gear, and nobody could touch him.
Yeah, you're right. I think one guy maybe got a hand on him, and he was gone. Drady just slips through, and Vian with a chance with Cash with this win with a chance to. We mentioned it. Special teams going to play a big key because Vian does have a place kicker. Adair does not.
Yeah, right now that wind kind of died down a little bit.
There's the snap. Kick is blocked though, so we're going to be tied at 6. 7:14 left in the first. We're tied at 6. We're back on the mix.
There's a Kubota for every job. You'll find the one for your job at Gray Brothers, serving the Fort Smith and Poteau area. Gray Brothers equipment is staffed with friendly experts ready to help you step up to the Kubota mower, tractor, or excavator right for you. For residential, construction, farming, and more, Gray Brothers offers the machines and the service you can depend on. Kubota's signature orange is the sign of quality. At Gray Brothers, if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon.
Vian answers 52-yard touchdown run by Drayton Fletcher, ties the game at 6. The extra point was blocked, but man, Vian needed that, Clint, to answer that.
They did, and the big 3rd down play there with the pass to Mason Wright for the 1st down really set that one up, because had they given the ball back to Adair there, went 3 and out, that would have been a huge momentum swing, even more so for Adair. So Vian right back in this one. Extra point blocked.
We don't care.
We got ourselves a ball game, JP.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Cash will tee it up, try to kick it off into that wind. Yeah, it's really gusting now. As long as it's not blowing in here, I'm fine. They're going to have a holder. Cash gets his guys lined up. Kick is high. It's short. It's going to bounce, and Adair gets it off the bounce in the field. Oh, that's a hold. They don't call it, but it's going to be a 1st down up to the 40-yard line. Boy, that was terrible, Clint.
Yeah, Amos Wright was right there bearing down on the return man. got held and let him pick up about an extra 8 to 10 yards.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad call.
Yeah.
The ref was a little out of position. I'll give him credit. He was kind of over here, but
they got away with one there.
Doesn't matter. 1st and 10. Adair comes back out onto the field. We're tied at 6 with 7:09 left here in the first quarter. Again, hang with us, folks. I know that satellite's not the best connection, but we're doing our best here. McCord is in a shotgun. Takes the snap. It's going to be a give to number 16. That is Ryan Wilson. He has, they're going to say he's down at the 46. I guess he fell down before he jumped forward. But Adair does a really good job of kind of what Davis did last year, Glenn, of just falling forward for 3 or 4 yards.
Adolph Stahl came up with the tackle.
Makes it 2nd and 4 from the 46. Adair quickly back to work. Vian shows blitz, but they back off. Riley Ellis was ready to go, but Adair is going to change the play now. You cannot be jumping off sides. You just got to stay there. Easy for me to say 400 feet away. McCord takes a snap. They give it right back to the running back, Wilson. He's going to get up to midfield. He's going to have a 1st down. So Adair doing it on the ground and through the air, Clint.
Yeah, made in there by Carter Madsen and company for the tackle. But they're, marching down the field here. Wolverines need a big play here or something to set them behind the chains.
1st and 10, 6:09 and counting left in the first quarter. We're tied at 6 here at Chad Richardson Stadium. There's a snap, and it's going to be a give up to the 41. He's short of the 1st down, but he got 9 yards, Clint.
Yeah, McCord on the keeper, taken down by Riley Ellis. Can bring up 2nd and 1.
That's really the first time we've seen him use his wheels other than that 1 3rd down. So, again, Wolverines are just going to have to buckle up here, Clint. Could be a long day on defense. Here's the thing about Adair, though. Much like Vian, they got a lot of guys that play both ways. So, it's not like the defense is getting a rest. McCord going to keep it all the way. Jumps over 2 or 3 defenders, and he's going to get wrapped up at about the 38, but not after another 1st down.
Yeah,
Actually, 34.
Yeah, big Max Ross got a hold of him and drug him down. Adolph Stahl came in there and helped out on that one along with Mason Wright.
Yeah, he just jumped over his lineman. They pancaked the lineman, but McCord said, I'll just jump over him, and not much you can do there. Ball's at the 34. 1st and 10. Adair looks over.
Yeah, changing up the play.
5 minutes left in the first quarter. We're tied at 6. McCord takes a snap. He's going to throw a pass, and it's going to be caught. And, man, great blocking downfield. Gets it all the way to the 25-yard line.
Yep, good
block.
block.
2nd and 1.
Good block out there by that other receiver.
Yeah, Vine's going to have to get some stops on 1st down because they're getting 8, 9 yards on 1st down. And when you have 2nd and short, you can do anything. 2nd and 1 from the 25.
Vian needs a turnover here. They need to force a turnover.
I'm wondering when they're going to start calling that hold because they're holding pretty bad on these screen passes. Well, I think they're kind of letting them get away with it right now, but we'll see how long that stays. 2nd and 1, man in motion. They're going to give it to him on the end around. He's got room out here, Clint. He's going to be at the 10, the 5, no call, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Adair at the 4-yard line. Again, that looked
there was another
close.
Yeah, there was another hold out there at about the 5-yard line that I think they got away with as well. So they're letting them play out here.
Which is fine. You know how we go. If you're going to let one, let the other. So 1st and goal from the 4. Vian and going to have to stand tall here. McCord all by himself. Has it. Quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to get knocked down at about the 2, so he got half of it. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Adolph Stahl with the tackle. Good quickness there. He came around from the end, came in behind the runner and caught him and drug him down. They're going to mark it down at about the
I think put it at the 1. Yeah, it's at the 1-yard line. 3:50 and counting. McCord going to be in the shotgun by himself. They look over to get the plays. McCord has it. Keeper all the way, and he's going to plow his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
They've got a good lead block. Led him into the end zone.
Clint, they're not doing anything fancy.
No.
They're just pounding it in Vian's face, and the Wolverines can't do anything about it right now. Other than, of course, they had the long touchdown pass, but other than that, they're just lining it up man for man, and they're knocking them back. They're going to go for 2 here. Again, they don't kick much at all. So they're going to stay out there for the 2-point conversion. McCord puts a man in motion, takes a snap, and he's going to keep it all the way. And he is going to reach over and got it.
He reached in and got it.
Wow,
Yep.
that kid's a player, Clint.
He is. He was going down and had the wherewithal to reach it out across the goal line.
14-6. We'll take a timeout and be back on the mix.
National Bank of Sallisaw would like to offer a heartfelt salute to our military veterans. You proudly served, and now we'd like to serve you. With our new Veterans Prestige account, you can enjoy all the free benefits of our most rewarding Prestige account, all on us. With the Veterans Prestige account, there are no monthly service charges for those who served. Experience benefits like free checks and shopping, travel and prescription discounts. You can even earn interest on your daily balance. Only at National Bank of Sallisaw, member FDIC, Division of First National Bank of Fort Smith.
We're back at Chad Richardson Stadium. 3:33 left in the first quarter. It's 14-6 Adair, Clint. We were talking in the break there. Adair's just knocking Vian off the ball right now.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it.
No, yep, they are. Vian's going to have to regroup here defensively. But, I mean, right now you just got to, if that's the case, you got to match them score for score and just try to hope they make a mistake or force them into making a mistake.
Somebody's going to make a mistake eventually, and you just hope that it's Adair and not Vian. But lining up to kick field, it's going to be a give to her. Pass to Mason Wright. He breaks field. It's going to be a give to her. Pass to Mason Wright. He breaks one guy, miss. 2 guys. Going to have a first down in the Adair territory. He kind of tripped over his own feet there,
yeah.
Clint. He might have been gone.
Yeah, he was trying to cut one way and then decided he was going to go back the other way and kind of got tangled up a little bit, but good pickup on first down nonetheless.
3:15 and counting here in the first. It's 14-6 Adair, but the Wolverines have it 1st and 10 at the Warrior 42-yard line.
And we always say you pick up that first down on that drive, then that really just kind of sets up your offense and settles you in a little bit.
They're going to keep Fletcher in the backfield. Mason is lined up in the slot. There's 4 receivers, 3 up top. Going to be a give to Fletcher again, and Drayton gets a big hole, but he's tripped up at about the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and about 5.
Yeah, picked up some good blocks there on the line of scrimmage again. That Vian O-line opening up some running lanes.
Well, they moved it back to the 38, so it's 2nd and 6 now. Vian going a little bit hurry up here. Trammell has it. It's going to be a fake to Drady. Gives it to Mason, who's going to try to get some space. He does. He's got a first down and more. Defender is knocked down, and there's a flag. Of course there is.
Yeah, it's going to come back. They're going to get a hold down the field on that one.
Boo on that one, man.
I don't know that one was any different than the one they let go
on the other
end.
it's the same exact thing that we've seen down here, so I don't know. It's all good.
But you know what? That just gives that Adair offense a little more defense, a little more to think about, though, with Mr. Wright and his speed out there.
Well, Coach Willis is out wanting to know, what are we doing here, guys?
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
So it puts it back, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 now. I'm not saying it wasn't a hold. I'm just saying.
No, I agree.
I'm just saying, come on now. 2:22 left.
That defense is, they got something to think about, though, even after that one.
Yeah, that was a slow developing play too, Clint. And I think that may be why they called him the hold, was because it took so long to develop, and maybe that's what it was. Riley Ellis is in at the H-back. 2nd and 9. Mason Wright in the wild Wolverine makes one guy miss. They give it to Ledger Folsom, gets up to the 35. So he gets a few. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Yep. So I like that with Folsom. That's the first time we've seen that.
I like that. An extra little wrinkle there.
Again, let's not get too far away from what we do, though.
Yeah, you see.
Cooper McCord, boy, he's doing everything. I think he's mixing the Gatorade down there, too. That kid is doing everything, man. Running. He doesn't kick. I was told that he kicked, but he's not kicking. But why not? He's doing great at everything else. 3rd and 3. Mason is going to keep it himself, and he's got the first down. He's still going. Spins out, and is going to get out to about the 24-yard line. So 11 yards.
Wow.
First down Vian.
Wow, what a run. I tell you what, he picked up another 5 yards after initial contact, spun out of a couple tackles, and wasn't too far off from breaking that one down the sideline.
We should have brought the other soundboard that had the sound effects. So
I know.
We can have the SpongeBob. sound effects in there.
Oh, brother.
Minute and 27 and counting. Vian slowing it down a little bit here. 14-6. It's 1st and 10. Ball is at the Adair 24-yard line. They're spreading the field out. Trammell takes the snap, gives it to Fletcher, and Drayton doesn't find much, and there's going to be another hold.
Yep, that one's going to come back. The referee himself threw that one from behind the play.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, third down.
Replay third down. That was first down.
There you go, buddy.
There we go. Okay, so that's Vian sets themselves behind the chains here and kind of puts themselves in a hole early on. This is going to be a good test here, see if they can work their way out of this.
Clock is stopped, 1:10 left in the first. Now it's running. Now they're going to go with a pistol formation. Cash takes the snap. It's going to be a fake to Mason. Looking downfield, has Ledger Folsom. He threw it just a little short, so he gets a good chunk of yardage back to the 22, but it's going to be second down.
Actually,
Man, Clint, if he'd left him on stride, he'd have had it.
That was actually Amos Wright
Oh,
on the
it was
catch.
Amos.
Yeah, Amos with the good.
Hey, I'm too far away.
Yeah, Amos the freshman. Now, I'll tell you what, he has played really well here in this postseason.
He's really good on the defensive side of the ball, too.
Yeah, good 12-yard pickup there, though, on first down. Vian needed that.
Not involved in organizations, fit in and have stuff to do rather than just going to class.
It's not an outrageous amount of money, and plus it's not bad education either. So you can get your 2 years done here and you can go somewhere else and not be in much debt.
We learn to work together in teams as well as becoming a better leader ourselves.
It's not that hard, and you can have a good time here for the next 2 years.
Visit carlalbert.edu.
People from all over save at the pre-owned mega sale, and it's here in the River Valley at Blue Ribbon in Salisol. Through Saturday only, nearly 200 high-quality pre-owned vehicles are marked for immediate sale. Don't miss it.
Blue Ribbon Salisol, home of the low-price cars.
Save thousands at the pre-owned mega sale now at Blue Ribbon in Salisol. Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, and more, all priced to sell. Hurry in through Saturday.
Blue Ribbon Salisol, home of the low-price cars.
Thank you. There's their stats for the first quarter. You can see it 14-6, Vian trails. They have a 3rd and 1, though, from the Adair 15. Total yards, 136 for Adair, 120 for Vian.
Pretty evenly matched. And Vian on the move. Vian in the red zone here.
We'll take a better look at those here in just a second.
3rd and short.
Yeah, they got to get it here. It's going to be a pistol formation. Looks like that is Mason in the backfield with Cash Trammell. Drayton is split out wide. Snap, give right to Mason Wright, and he's going to bob and weave. Didn't get much. Actually falls forward to the 10, so it's 5 yards. First down, Wolverines.
Yep, good pickup. I like that. Get him back there in that, back deep in the backfield, and let him get a good little head of steam going and hit that line.
Vian slowing it down here.
So we're going to call it 1st and goal with the ball sitting right at the 10-yard line.
11:40 and counting. Wolverines trying to get into, cut this lead to 2 and maybe tie it with a 2-point conversion. Wright is in the backfield. Cash takes it. It's going to be a give to Mason. Left side. Well, Adair read that a mile away, Clint.
Yeah, good play there that time. See if we can get a number for that young man. It's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Hard to get him from up here. Yeah, good defensive play though. Use some speed.
That was number 44. Jacob Graves, a sophomore.
Yeah, that was a good play.
2-yard loss. Ball is back at the 12. So 2nd down and goal. Wolverine's going to stay in the same formation. 2 receivers up to the left side of the field now. Cash takes the snap, fakes it to Mason, looks, has a man, intercepted. It's going to be intercepted by Adair Clinton. They may take it to the house. 20, 30, they knock him out of bounds, and it'll be first down Warriors at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Cash was trying to hit his receiver, and a little timing was off, I think. The receiver hadn't got his head around yet to look for the ball. Pretty easy interception there for the Adair defense.
Yeah, I don't know where he was throwing that one to. It was just.
Yeah, there's a miscommunication there of some sort.
So Adair has it with an 8-point lead now.
All right, Vian's got to lean on this defense now.
Yeah, they're going to
make something happen.
Do something because defense has has not been there yet today. Hopefully they can wear them down a little bit here. Maybe force their own turnover. There's the first turnover of the game. We mentioned turnover battle has won every game up here in the last 2 weeks. McCord has the ball's on the ground. He's going to pick it up, but he's going to get sacked. No, he gets out of there. Now he's in trouble again. He throws it at the last second, and they catch it for an 8-yard gain.
Oh, my goodness. What a scramble drill.
Oh, man, this has been that type of day. Cooper McCord, they had him sacked twice. He got out of there twice, throws it up in the air just for somebody, and Adair catches it, and they have it. Man, that was a great play. He got 7 yards. Wow.
Yeah, good job just keeping the play alive.
Ain't nothing you can do about that, Clint. I mean, you got to tackle. That's what you got to do. 2nd and 3. Wow, that was a great play. Adair just doing whatever they want to right now, Clint. They've got, again, momentum, and the field looks like this right now. McCord takes a snap. It's going to be a gift to the running back, and he breaks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles. Gets a first down in the Vian territory, Clint. I mean, it's just as simple as that right now.
Wolverines hit him right at the line of scrimmage, but couldn't wrap him up.
6 guys had a hand on him, and now they haven't got him. So they put it at midfield. They say his knee touch. So first down, Adair at the 50-yard line. McCord takes the snap. He's going to fake it, and he's in trouble, and he's still in trouble. They finally get him back at the 44, so it's going to be a 6-yard loss, Clint.
Yeah, Riley Ellis back there.
Riley missed him on the first one, then came back and got him from behind, so that makes it. They gave him a 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15. Ball is at the 45-yard line of Adair. So good defensive play by the Wolverines.
Tell you what, these Adair guys soak their uniforms in Crisco overnight or something. They are slippery.
Yeah, Wolverines going to have to just tackle. I mean, simple as that. Snap, McCord. It's going to be a screen. They try to throw it. They get it to him. Oh, there's a hold that's not called, and he's going to get, a big hit at the 49. So they only got 4 yards. But, man, Clint, maybe I'm too far up here, but that is when you see the Vian guys hitting the ground. Come on now.
Mason Wright came up and hit him, and then that was Michael Polkat that came in with the big hit at the end.
Wolverines got to get a stop here. It's 3rd and 10 from midfield. 14-6 Adair. 9:12 left in the second quarter. The Warriors have just marched up and down the field on their first 2 drives. Vian has a chance here. There's a snap. McCord drops back. There's going to be a throw, and it is caught wide open 27-yard line, so 23 yards. It is first down.
Yeah, that was Cole Moody with the catch. All alone over there along the sideline.
Yeah, Vian's getting no penetration. They're not tackling. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you do to turn this around here.
Yeah, you just keep going, I guess. You hope we can get a turnover or something because Adair's just doing whatever they want. 1st and 10 from the Vian 27-yard line. McCord going to fake it. It's a quarterback keeper, and he patiently waits, dives to the 21. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Amos Wright, or that was Adolph Stahl, actually, and Riley Ellis combining on the tackle.
14-6, Adair leads, but they're driving with 8:38 left here in the second. As Vian is just, they have 8 first downs, 185 yards, including 81 on the ground. Vian has 123 yards, but you see the penalties.
Yep.
25 yards on penalties for Vian. There's a snap. McCord's going to keep it and breaks 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles. Gets a first down. Boy, they just.
Yeah, Adolph Stahl finally wrestled him down, had a hold of an ankle.
It's as bad as I've seen Vian tackle in a long time. I mean, they're just not tackling. They got him, but he's just good, and then they just can't get him down. McCord, quick snap, throw it wide open the receiver. He's at the 10, breaks 1 tackle, and they breaks 2 tackles. They just can't get him down, Clint.
Yeah, Mason.
Simple as that.
Held on until Folsom came over and finished him off. Got Vian, just no answer.
No. 1st and goal from the 3 is where they put it officially. And Vian, I think, is going to call. No, the officials are going to call a timeout here.
And see what's going to convene.
We're going to come talk to Coach Willis about something. they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. They got it they got sorted out, but then now the linesman on the far side throws a flag.
Dead ball, sideline warning, Vian. First half.
Well, Coach Willis is not happy with whatever they're doing in there. They're giving a sideline warning against Vian, but I don't see anybody.
I don't either.
Anywhere close.
I know that linesman over there was unhappy about something.
Yeah, it must have been on the play. I didn't see that. First and goal, Adair. McCord, low snap, going to keep it, jumps over everybody and walks into the end zone. Touchdown. I mean, just.
Yeah, drug a defender into the end zone and made it look easy.
I mean, he literally jumped like 4 people and gets it in. So Vian in all kinds of trouble now. 20-6, 7:35 left here before halftime. This is just, I don't know. This is not like the Wolverine team that I've seen all year.
Nope, not at all.
They just can't tackle. They're getting penalties. Their sidelines getting in trouble. Going to have to shake that off, guys. And you're going to have to stop Adair because they've scored on all 3 possessions. Now they're going for 2. McCord keeping it all the way, and he is not going to get in this time. So that keeps it a 2-possession game. 7:35 left before halftime. Adair now up 20-6. We'll take a timeout and be back on the mix.
84 weeks ago, with precisely 2 likes at the Rio Sarah Pascal, posted at McDonald's. Stop pretending like you don't see our snack wrap comments. It hurts. You thought they didn't see your comments? Petitions and posts? The DMs for 9 straight years? Those comments are the reason this exists. Snack wrap is back.
And we're back at Chad Richardson Stadium. 7:35 left before halftime. It's all Adair, 20-6. The Wolverines scored on their first possession, but then threw an interception in the end zone, and then Adair took it right down the field. Clint, they just had no answer for Adair. Not one.
No, Adair are just doing everything they want to do offensively. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They can't tackle.
I mean, Adair's good.
They are.
Let's call it like that. Adair is really, really, really good.
They are. They're a good offensive team, but we've not seen a Wolverine defense play like this all season, though. I mean, they're getting to the spots, getting a hand on the ball carrier, but they're just not making the tackles.
Well, give Adair credit because they're not going down easy, and they're moving around, and that's what you got to do, and it's working right now. Now Adair will kick into the wind. Let's see what they do here. They've been kind of short kicking it. Not really an onside, but not an onside either. That is going to be bounced and fielded.
That's Trace
Sanders. And he
fumbled
the ball.
And
I believe Adair has it.
Yep.
They do. Second turnover for Vian. Well, Clint, I mean, you're just shooting yourself in the foot there.
Yeah, so Adair's going to take over in Wolverine territory.
That's the second year in a row that Vian has fumbled on a kickoff in a championship game.
Mm-hmm.
First and 10 Warriors at the Vian 47-yard line. McCord was just out there. Now he's back out there again.
Right,
we're going to have a timeout from Adair.
Get a timeout, Adair.
I don't think they were ready to go on offense. We'll take it with them.
Adair.
We'll be back on the mix.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
We're back at Chad Richardson Stadium. The Wolverine air has been completely sucked out of this place after the second turnover. And this time it's at the 47-yard line of the Wolverines. First and 10, Adair. They have just marched up and down the field. Vian's had no answer. They're going to have to come up with something, though, Clint, real quick. First and 10, McCord takes the snap, quarterback keeper, and they
there we go.
wrap him up this time. There you go. They give him forward progress to the 46. They need more of that right there. He only got about a yard or two.
Yeah, that was Garrett Hunt.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what we're used to seeing.
Garrett Hunt seen enough of that. He took his lineman, stood him up right at the line of scrimmage, blocked the hole, and wrecked that play.
7 minutes left before halftime. 20-6 Adair. It's just been all Warriors in the first half. McCord puts a man in motion, is tight end, takes the snap. It's going to be a screen, and it's incomplete.
There we go. That was
they almost intercepted it,
yeah,
too.
that was Garrett Hunt back there again, blowing that play up. He's saying that's enough of this nonsense, guys.
So here come the Wolverines. They need a big stop here, Clint. It's going to be 3rd and 9 from the Wolverine 46-yard line. If I'm Adair's probably going to go for it, too, on 4th.
I would think
unless
so.
you come up with a big play here.
Yep, I would think so.
They have 2 timeouts. Vian has 3. The clock is stopped with 6:50. They got 12 on the play clock. They're going to line up in another formation that's shotgun. There's a snap. It's low. McCord's in trouble. Gets through 1 guy, 2 guys, but they get him at the 45, so that's going to bring up 4th and about 7. Actually, 4th and 8.
Yeah, Amos Wright had a shot at him in the backfield, couldn't make the tackle. Max Ross ended up getting a hand on him, slowing him down, and letting the rest of his fellow defenders come in there.
I think Coach Bradbury says, you know what, I think we got a free one here. Let's kick this one away.
I think so. I wouldn't.
It's pretty
gotta
smart
watch
play.
out, though. Vian just with the 1 return man back, but everybody else up close to the line of scrimmage.
The way they got things going, I wouldn't surprise me if they faked it here, but I think that's Mason that's back to return. He'll be kicking into the wind, high snap, and it's going to be a fake, and it is caught wide open. 30, 25, first down, Adair.
Yep, that was number 86 there with the catch, Britton Kerr.
Man, Clint, I've never seen in a state championship game everything go this way. That's why they're 13-0, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Every bounce going their way right now.
I mean, no fear. No fear whatsoever. Just stood right there, right in the face of the Vian defenders and got it. So it's going to be first down and 10. Vian just can't stop them. They just cannot stop them, Clint. Until they get a stop, Adair's is going to just keep doing what they want. They're not scared at all. First and 10 from the 25. McCord, quarterback keeper, and he's going to get tripped up at about the 23. They're getting 3, 4. They'll take that all day.
Mm-hmm. That was Adolph Stahl flew up and made the tackle that time.
Clock is running at 5:19 and counting before halftime. Wolverines down 20-6. Clint, boy, if they ever needed to stop this season, this is it. Because if Adair scores here, you might be able to get the 2 for 1, but you're still going to be in trouble.
Yeah, they're going to gave that 2 yards on that one, so they're going to call it 2nd and 8.
McCord, it's going to be a fake, and they're looking to throw it. Has a guy out there wide open. He just overthrew him.
That was Polkout out there in coverage that time. He had good coverage. He kind of tried to throw it on that back shoulder where only his man could get it, but couldn't fit it in there.
Man, he had all day to throw that to. And their receivers, I think you mentioned in the pre, they're tall, man. They are towering over the Vian secondary.
Yeah, you can kind of throw the old Randy Moss jump ball and let your taller receivers just go up and get it.
Thankfully, honestly, I think the wind had a lot. He was throwing into the wind. So 3rd down and 8, McCord has it again. It's going to be another screen, and they have it. Vian reads it this time. Adolph Stahl had seen enough. Yep. No gain, maybe a yard. It's going to be 4th down and about 7. You know, Adair's going to either go for it or fake it or do something here.
Yeah,
and why not? Everything's working.
Stahl, good job. He's seen that screen a couple times before today. He stayed home and was right there to make the tackle.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 8 from the 23. Man, Vian needs to stop here, Clint. Here we go, McCord trying to draw him off sides. Vian stays, 10 seconds on the play clock. McCord has it, has all day, looking, throws a pass down the middle, and it is caught for a touchdown.
Ethan Stevens, number 6, with the touchdown reception.
Makes it 26-6 with 4:06 left before halftime.
McCord put it right on him. Good pass, throwing into the wind.
They'll go for 2. So that's 2 turnovers and 2 touchdowns for Adair. I don't think we could stress that enough in the pregame that who wins the turnover battle generally wins the game. And right now it's 2-0 Adair. They're going to go for 2. McCord, again, he's doing it all for them. Has it. It's going to roll to his right. Looking, throws a pass, and it is incomplete. So it keeps it 26-6. There's 4:06 left before halftime. We'll keep it here, Clint. Well, Vian's got to go down and score here, Clint.
Yeah.
And then maybe get another score on the. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta get. Yeah, point blank, you got to get points here.
Yeah.
If you're Wolverine, you can't have empty possessions now. You're playing from behind.
Stop.
Every time you get the ball, you got to score.
Yeah, I mean, until you stop Adair, there ain't nothing you can really do about it. I mean, they have done everything that they want to do, and then some.
See if we can get a good return here. They're kicking them short, though. Let's see if Vian moves some guys around maybe and try to get somebody in position for a good return.
Just hold on to the ball, Clint.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, that's
you
know what they're going to do. They're going to
Yeah.
kick it right at you, and Vian's ready for it because the linemen are jumping out of the way, or the up men, and so it's up to the guys in the back, and it's got to hold on to the ball, man. Simple as that.
Yep, stall back deep at the 20-yard line to return.
They're going to tee it up. Yeah, that is
That's 69 out there
69 again. Your phone's always right in the Cameron Carlson.
I'm using it as a paperweight here. The wind's blowing our stuff around.
Another short kick, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so it's going to be at about the 39, so we'll get 4, so it should be close to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good starting field position again here for the Wolverines.
Trammell has it, gives it right back to Mason Wright, and he's going to not get much, but he's still going, has a first down at the Adair 47-yard line. So the Wolverines, again, Clint, hasn't been a problem. They've been running down the field all day, too. It's just got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball as well. I mean, that's not been a problem. It's just cashing in when you get there.
Again, they were about to score and threw an interception in the end zone, and Adair went right down and scored. Then they fumbled on the kickoff, and then Adair went right down and scored. So basically 12 points off of turnovers. High snap to Mason, but he's able to reel it in, and Fletcher gets it, but gets maybe 2. And that's the only bad thing when you change quarterbacks is we see that a lot, is the center maybe forgets or doesn't see that it's another quarterback, and he snapped that one way high. I guess he thought maybe Cash was back there, but Mason did a good job of reeling it in.
Yeah, they picked up some positive yardage off of what could have been a negative play.
Yes, so that's a good save there by Mason. Now Cash is back at the quarterback position. Fletcher is the running back. There's a snap to give to Drady, and he's going to bust through the line across the 40 to the 39. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Yep, nice, good manageable third down here. Vian moving the ball right down the field.
Yeah, this is exactly what. Now I've said that I think the Vian fans have really filled in here. Must have had a late start. 3rd and 2 from the 39. Trammell takes the snap. It's going to be a throw here to the right. Gets it to him. Makes one guy miss. He's at the 30. Getting a block downfield. 20. He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Mason Wright. Boy, did the Wolverines need that, Clint.
Yeah, boy, that one was almost picked off. That Adair defender timed that one. Almost had it at the line of scrimmage. Went right past him, and then Wright was off to the races.
Oh, man. See if they go for 2 here. I think they may, down by 14.
Yeah, it looks like it. Trammell looks like he's going to call for the huddle. Why not? I mean, you've been moving the ball at will against this Adair defense.
Trying to get as many points, but you got to stop them with 2:08 left, though, Clint. You got to stop them. You cannot let them score before halftime. They still have 2 timeouts, too. All right, they're going to go for 2. Mason's in the Wild Wolverine. He is going to keep it, and he's going to walk in. Nobody even touched him, so it makes it 26-14. Vian trails by 12, 2:08 left. They need a big stop here on defense, Clint. And by a stop, I mean just don't let them score.
Yeah, you can't give up points here going into this half, and that way you can kind of get your 2-for-1 and get some momentum back going your way. So, but that kind of fired up that Vian team. They were a little flat after giving up that last touchdown, 2-point conversion. That you can see them kind of come out and get a little more fired up here. Maybe that defense is going to make something happen here.
Well, we see it. We see it all the time.
Momentum swings.
It's momentum. And when we get here, and by here I mean state, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, momentum is so key. And if you can steal that back right now, it's been on. Like I said, if it was momentum, it would tipped over because Adair had so much. If you're Vian, you weather the storm, and you try to do something here. But you can, if they go down and score though, Clint.
Yeah,
it's going to be it may be a long afternoon.
Yeah, when you get down like this, you can't just trade scores.
No,
you gotta make something happen.
You're going to have to force a turnover, maybe get something here on special teams. That would be awesome. Now Vian will they started doing this where they kind of huddle here and they fake the kick and now they'll back out of it.
Yeah, we saw that last week.
One of these days they're going to kick that. I know that's what they're setting up. Cash Trammell will kick off. And it's going to be a short kick. It's fielded. Oh, it's fumbled. It's going to be picked up at about the 15-yard line. And Vian has got it covered. He lost the ball. I think the Wolverines have it. They do. Just exactly what they needed.
There's your big play.
There's your big play. That was bad from the start for Adair. They fumbled the kick. The young man did a good job of being patient. Then he tried to get that extra couple of yards, and he got absolutely lit up by number 5, Amos Wright. The freshman said, let's go score a touchdown.
Manny Terrell jumped on it, came up with the loose ball. So the Wolverines set up in the red zone here to take over.
Boy, did they needed that, Clint.
Look out for Mr. Mason Wright on this one. He is going to be fired up. And, Adair defense hasn't had any answer for him today.
Man, if I'm them, let's see if we can't just burn some clock here. 2:01 left. Trammell under center, take a snap. It's a pitch to Mason. He's following Riley Ellis, and he's going to get to about the 16-yard line, so he'll get 2.
I'm going to give him a couple on that one. Good, well defended that time by Adair.
Clint, I wish the people could see the kids slide. I bet there's been 200 kids sliding down.
Yeah.
It's like a grassy hill here, and man, that looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
137 and counting. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball is at the 16-yard line.
Got some Vian students down here in the end zone cheering on their team.
Snap give to Wright, and he's going to try to cut his way through to the 13. So 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And there's a timeout on the field. I think Adair took the timeout because why not?
Vian.
No, Vian did.
First short timeout of the half.
We'll keep it here.
Yep, 3rd and 5. You're in 4-down territory all the way here if you're the Wolverines.
I'll make you a deal. If Vian comes back and wins this game, we're going sliding down that hill.
Let's do it. I'm in.
All of us.
Locke will lead the way.
We've got Kyle Garner running around. We intended to have a wireless mic with him on the sidelines, but, just like it's just been one of those, the electronic gremlins have gotten us
One
today.
of those days.
And that's okay. That's all right. Like Russell was saying, the good thing is we're recording this, so if I know it's cutting in and out at some points, if it's real bad, Joe and Russell can re-upload it, and then Kyle's down on the sideline getting all kinds of highlights too. So it is 3rd down and 5 from the 13-yard line. This is easily 4-down territory for Vian. Off formation. You got Mason. No, it's a wild Wolverine. Mason takes the snap. It's going to be an option play. He'll keep it. He's got the 1st down and more. He's in the end zone. No, they're going to touchdown Wolverines. I thought they were going to call him down.
I did too. He maintained his feet as he was going down. He did that same thing we've been talking about. He made that lunge for the goal line. Got the ball across before his knee went down.
So it makes it 26-20, a minute 16 left before halftime. The Wolverines, let's see if they go for 2 here. Now they're going to bring Cash out for the extra point.
I think you go for the 1 here. I don't think you need to chase points right now.
24 on the play clock. They got plenty of time. No,
they're huddling.
Maybe going for 2 here, Clint.
They're huddling, I think.
I think they're saying we can just run this.
Okay, now they're going to bring Adolph out, and they're going to put down the kicking block.
They're kicking with the wind.
I like this one. Just go ahead. I mean, you got a good kicker. Get your extra point here. You're kicking
you got to block
with
somebody,
the wind.
Though.
Yeah, you're kicking with the wind.
There's a Snap. It's down, kick is up, and it is right through the middle.
We got a flag down, but we had an Adair defender coming off that far side. He got an early start.
Was that kick good, and was it no good?
I think it was good.
I thought it was good. We'll see what the ref has to say
The
here.
Adair defender was offside.
Prior to the snap, offsides, defense,
so
retry, untimed down.
So do you line up and go for 2 now?
I think so.
You got half the distance.
I think you have to now.
You got it at the 1. I think you got to go for 2 now.
Yeah, I think that's what Vian's saying. Coach
Adolph is the holder. He went off the field.
Now Cash is coming off the field. Vian may want. No, they haven't started the play clock yet, so they got plenty of time. There it goes.
Yeah, they got time to talk about it. You see Mason getting the play, bringing it in from the sideline. So you're going from the 1 now.
Both teams have 2 timeouts, so they're going to have to kind of hurry here. I think, they're going to go for 2. I mean, why not? I'm not going to say anything. They're going to go with Mason and Riley Ellis.
Adair's all kinds of confused here defensively.
There's a snap, and Mason walks in. Nobody touches him, and that makes it 26-22. Adair's in front, but that momentum's going over to Vian's side right now a little bit.
She's tipping back over a little bit.
1:16, but again, that's plenty of time for Adair. You got to get another stop here.
Yeah, you do. You got to get another stop. Vian will get the opening kick of the second half. What about that resiliency, though, from that Wolverine team? You know, things were looking pretty dire there for a little while, but hung in there, and made something happen.
See your legal ID. You're listening to the Mix 105.1, KXMX, Muldrow, Salisaw, Fort Smith, Vian, and everywhere in Sequoyah County. I tell you what, Vian's staying cool. They stay calm, unlike me, but that's okay. Y'all know how I am. I wear my emotions on my sleeve sometimes, and I've been doing this, I think I said 16. I think you're on 20 now.
Yeah.
So we get a little excited sometimes. That's okay. The Vian people watching, they know that. The Adair people that are watching are like, who is this guy?
What's wrong with these guys?
We do got something wrong, but we're okay, I promise you. We're harmless. I mean, we appreciate y'all tuning in more than anything. So Vian will kick off again. 1:16 left before the break. 26-22. Adair leads, but Vian has 16 unanswered here in the last 3 minutes.
Trammell teeing it up.
They just now will start the play clock. They can see now they're not even going to fake it this time. They're going to just kick it deep here. They have the win. Now they're going to hold it.
Yeah, that's Manny Terrell going to come up there and hold it.
Trammell kicks it deep, and it's going to be fielded at about the 12-yard line by the Warriors. And Vian going to have to get a stop here. There's flags all over the place. Yeah, that's going to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, there's 3 flags down on the field there, so that's going to go against the Warriors. Going to back them up a little bit here.
Yeah, I didn't see that when I was falling. It had to have been away from the play. Well, there's ones over here and ones over there, so we may have penalties against everybody here. I didn't do anything, so don't flag me.
But you know what? We got a crowd mic, so we're going to find out.
We're going to see. That's so awesome, man.
Or our ref mic, I should say.
Here we go.
During the return, holding, receiving team, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Adair.
So that's going to they're going to spot the ball. Looks like at the 20.
At the 20, yeah, but they had it. Yeah, they were going to be almost close to the 40. So that's a big penalty for the Warriors.
Yeah, this is
now if you're Adair, man, you don't want to do anything wild. I know you've been marching it up the field easily, but you don't want to do anything crazy here and give Vian a turnover. Maybe just if I were them, I would just run McCord. He's been doing enough.
He's been pretty solid here in this first half.
He's going to do just that, and he's going to get up to about the 24. So they'll give him the 25.
If I was Adair, I would be happy here to just grind this out, not, like you said, not give Vian anything because they've regained all the momentum here. You don't want to give them anything else and just go into the half with the lead here. But, man, they may come out guns blazing.
They're taking time here. 45, 44, there's 20 on the play clock. So they're not going too fast, but they're not going slow either. McCord takes the snap. It's going to be a keeper, and he's going to fight his way up to the 32, so he gets a first down. There's 30 seconds left, so we'll see. Maybe you better watch it. They may try to air one out here.
They may try to sneak one down the field on you. Right now, like I said, it looks like they're content to just kind of let this clock go here. They're taking their time again, getting lined up.
Vian gets the ball to start the second half. They may not snap it again, Clint. There's 18. They may try and chunk one down the field here. 15, 14, 13, 12. And McCord takes a snap. Nope, he's going to keep it, and he's going to get a few yards, but get tripped up at about the 37, and that may be the last play of the first half. It is, so the Adair Warriors say, all right, we got a ball game, folks. The Warriors lead 26-22. We'll take a timeout, come back with your halftime show right here on The Mix.
Hog Creek Salvage and Towing have been serving the area since 1976. Our family serving your family with reclaimed and aftermarket auto parts, metal recycling, and towing. If we don't have the parts you need in stock, we can order them for you. We have the latest model equipment operated by highly trained personnel to protect your vehicles. With a full line of tow trucks, including rollbacks and semi-wreckers, there's no towing or recovery job our crew can't handle. Call Hog Creek Salvage and Towing in Sallisaw or Boss Hog Towing in Vian.
Excuse me. Excuse me, are you Santa Claus? I heard you might be him. If you are him, here's my list.
Help the Marines make Christmas possible for less fortunate children. Donate a new toy to Toys for Tots.
Here's Santa Claus.
Is your furnace or air conditioner in your home acting up and causing you to be uncomfortable? Whether your furnace stops running or your air conditioning unit needs to be upgraded, you can count on Freeman Heat and Air, an authorized York dealer to provide the service and equipment you need to be comfortable again. Count on them for trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free service. Think Freeman Heat and Air and York for all your indoor comfort needs, when honesty and quality count.
Trusted in the community with a long history of customer satisfaction, Edwards Auto Sales on Highway 64 in Roland is always the right turn to take in your quest for the ultimate pre-owned vehicle. Edwards Auto Sales is a buy here, pay here dealership with in-house financing available. View their complete inventory online at edwardsautosalesinc.com. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years. Edwards Auto Sales in Roland.
SRS Incorporated in Webbers Falls is your one-stop shop. SRS has vet supplies, show feed, deer corn, feeders, minerals, and food plot seeds. SRS has fertilizer for your garden, pasture, or farmland. SRS has lumber and hardware, treated, untreated, plywood, and even drywall. They have a great selection of tools, electrical and plumbing supplies, and any nut, bolt, or screw you could ever need. Your one-stop shop is SRS Incorporated, 404 West Commercial Street in Webbers Falls.
Prescription drug abuse is a growing epidemic in Oklahoma. The Sallisaw Now Coalition has partnered with Stericycle to provide permanent drop-off box locations at local police departments in Sallisaw, Roland, and Gore that can be used to safely dispose of prescription drugs. The boxes enable citizens to safely and anonymously remove prescription opioids and other medications from their homes. Be a part of the solution and take it to the box.
What does strength look like? Strength is building a business that lasts. It's working hard to make good things happen. Not just at work, but in your community and at home. It's being there for the people you care about. So what does strength look like? To us, it looks a whole lot like you. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Forever Memories Funeral Services welcomes you to take advantage of the services they offer, from pre-planning to uniquely designing a celebration of the life journey of your loved one. Forever Memories has local ownership. They've lived in this community for many generations. With a caring staff and a beautiful facility, Forever Memories is dedicated to serving Sequoyah County and surrounding communities affordably with dignity. Forever Memories Funeral Services on Highway 101, just north of Sallisaw.
And we welcome you back to Chad Richardson Stadium. Vian 26-22. Mr. Kyle Garner is joining us. Kyle's been on the sidelines. He's been in the Vian huddle, boy, but that's been fun.
Dude, that's been a blast. Oh, sorry, I think I'm yelling at everybody now.
You're good.
I'm excited, y'all. This has been a lot of fun to be down there on the field, and I'm getting a lot of just footage and a lot of highlights of what's going on. Of course, everyone saw the first half. We had some the first part of the first half didn't go the way we wanted, but man, the way that it's come back here, it's been cool. I will say, those that watched and saw the interference call, this is a funny moment. So basically, what had happened was there was a couple guys too close to the field. Ref looks over at Coach Willis, and they had some choice words for each other because he gave him a warning. He said, Coach, back him off. Coach said no because of the holding call that was missed just moments prior to that.
Which we saw from up here.
We all saw it. Everyone, let's just get it over with, say where it is. But it was so funny because then Coach Willis basically told him, I'm not worried about it. So then he threw the flag on him, and which was good. It was cool. It was cool.
What's the body language been like down there? I know they got behind, but they didn't seem rattled from up here.
No,
we were, but they weren't.
Well, what was cool was I was down there, and even like the guys on the sidelines, nobody was defeated. It was very just this is not who we are, and we know this is not who we are. So we need to get back to what we're doing. Even the coaches, nobody for a second put their head down and thought anything else than we're still in this game. We still got a chance, but we've got to give ourselves opportunities. And, man, they were still your stars were coming off. They were fired up. They're like, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep driving. And, I mean, you saw what happened there.
Yeah,
so
big
it was
play.
Just great.
The turnovers were key, but, again, the one in the end zone, that one hurt. But, again, they get it back, though. They basically got it back here on the special teams play. So body language is good. The crowd's over there
good,
looking
man.
good.
I'm telling you I think the whole town of Vian showed up, which they should, rightfully so. But man, they're into it. You can hear them. I mean, it is nothing but you can feel the atmosphere rising right now. That the years of frustration are starting to come out a little bit. Like, we've been here. These guys can't hang with us, and we know that. The town knows that. You guys up here in the booth, you know that. You can see it clear as day, but the atmosphere is still just electric. You got moms and dads that are losing their voices right now. And
we still got a half to go.
Yeah, and you're still got a whole second
more.
half. And so, I'm just – from where I am down there on the field, and I've been all over that thing this morning. I've been everywhere I can be or afternoon now. But I'll say this, the Wolverine spirit is still good. They still know they can win this game, which is just exciting. I can't wait to get back down there. And I apologize. I think it was because I was on the field maybe. I came back up here, and all of a sudden we're getting turnovers and we're running touchdowns, and I'm sitting there going, well, sorry, guys, my fault.
No, it's not. It's just a game of momentum. And again, we're talking about Adair, man. The quarterback McCord, the quarterback linebacker, boy, he's good.
Well, we saw it. I mean, when we went to media day and we looked up him, we even we did our homework on him, and he's everything that they build him, man. He is the heart of that offense, and he makes everything start, stop, go. And you saw it once Vian started trying to shut him down. I mean, it was a whole different ball game. Once they started wrapping him up, a couple of missed tackles in that first half. And this would be a totally different game.
Yeah, Clint said they must have soaked their jerseys in Crisco because they're real slippery. But they got good receivers out there. They do have the height advantage. And McCord, he's so dangerous that when he does pass, he has time because Vian respects him enough to not let him take off, that they don't really rush him as hard. But you mentioned it, the last few drives they've been able to they got to stop finally, and then they got so it's been good for Vian. Well, Kyle, man, you can stay here. You can go I'll let you make that decision.
Oh, I'm going back down. I'm not missing this second half.
All right.
It's going to be explosive, man. I'm ready.
We appreciate it. We'll take a timeout, folks, and we'll be back on the mix.
Looking to upgrade your job skills, preparing for a new career, or exploring different interests? Enroll today at Indian Capital Technology Center, where you can quickly gain the skills and experience you're looking for at a price you can afford. With campus locations in Muskogee, Salisaw, Stillwell, and Tahlequah, there's an ICTC location near you. Indian Capital Technology Center. Careers start here.
Aiken's Store is your barbecue feed and more store. In the lower feed room, we're serving the River Valley's best barbecue. From brisket, pulled pork, smoked bologna, cheddar sausage, to baby back ribs, and the absolute best sides. The lower feed room features a steady stream of live music. And next door, Aiken's Store stocks cold drinks, snacks, grocery, and merch, plus a full line of feed for all your animals. Aiken's Store. Open 7 days, 4 miles east of 59 on Highway 101 north of Sallisaw.
Show your hometown pride with a School Spirit debit card from First Star Bank. Each time you make a purchase with your School Spirit debit card, First Star Bank will make a donation to your school district. You make a purchase, they make a donation. Everyone wins. Support your school with First Star Bank's School Spirit debit card. First Star Bank has donated over $100,000 to local schools through the School Spirit program. Debit cards may be ordered online at firststar-bank.com.
Ready for a smile that feels as good as it looks? At Aesthetic Dental Institute, Dr. Henshaw specializes in transforming lives with dental implants, the permanent solution to missing teeth. And with IV sedation, you can relax and feel comfortable during any procedure. For those who need a full restoration, full arch implants give you back your smile in just 1 day. Call Aesthetic Dental Institute today at 918-775-4431. Aesthetic Dental Institute, where your beautiful, healthy smile is their top priority.
When you need a plumber, your ace in the hole is Rocky Top Plumbing. Whether it's new construction, remodels, repairs, commercial, or residential, Rocky Top's got you covered. Serving eastern Oklahoma, we do video drain inspection, line locating, sewer lines, water lines, natural gas, and propane lines. Plus excavation, tankless water heaters, and more. Financing is available. Rocky Top Plumbing, where a flush beats a full house. Dial 918-776-7655. Rocky Top Plumbing. License number 54559.
The new Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. That is our promise to you at the new Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford. Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Sallisaw, Oklahoma.
Harry Robinson Sallisaw Ford.
When it comes to insurance, it's important to have a plan that fits you.
We ready?
A plan that's too small can leave you without adequate protection.
Huh?
And with a plan that's too big, you may pay for insurance you don't need. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help you design a plan that meets your needs, so it's just right for you.
Ready?
Insurance that fits just right.
For auto, home, or life insurance, see Shelter Agent Randall Baker in Sallisaw.
And we're back at Chad Richardson Stadium. Clint, I got a mouthful of cookies. Sorry.
That's all right, buddy. Those are good cookies.
They are. Hey, real quick. Give me a second. I want to thank Van Shea Ivan, everybody here with the OSSAA had our booth ready for us, let us pick. They said, hey, Adair doesn't have a radio. You guys want here or there? And we decided, hey, we want to be by our coaches right here. So we're here in the visiting radio booth. And everybody here at UCO, this is our 4th time calling a state championship game here. And it's always first class, and we are glad to be here. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. But, again, I know the OSSAA, they can, on the social media, they take a lot of nonsense, and I'll tell you though, when we're around them, it's nothing but first class organization.
Oh,
and
of course.
Again, they invited us to their media day on Tuesday, which we got to come. Me and Kyle came and did that, and again, first class. And it's somebody's got to be the law, and they're the law, and usually, usually sometimes
catch a little heat. But
you catch all the heat. You work for the city. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
You know how it goes. But we got a great game here, folks. And they brought us stats. That's the first half there.
Yeah, I haven't seen the halftime stats
No,
yet.
they brought them in here. I don't know what I did with it, though.
Well,
I think it flew out the window, actually, now that you mention it.
You got some lock stats there, though, buddy. That's all you need.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to them. I guess is that what flew out the window, Rusty? Yeah, okay.
Might have been, but it's all right.
For Adair, 153 yards on the ground for Cooper McCord. I'm sorry, through the air, 64 on the ground. He's got a couple of touchdowns, two passing, 2 rushing. For Vian, Cash Trammell, 64 yards passing and a touchdown. The 1 interception, that one stung, but they kind of made up for it with the turnover on the special teams. Mason has 49 yards rushing. Fletcher has 73, including a 52-yard touchdown. So, turnovers, 2 for Vian, 1 for Adair. And neither team's been able to stop the other team on offense.
If you're Vian, I think you got to be happy with where you're at. I mean, you got down early. Things were looking a little dire there for a while. You hung around, you persisted, you fought your way back, and you took everything that Adair had to throw at you in that first half. Plus, you gave them 2 turnovers, gave them 2 extra opportunities to score, and you're still just down by 4 points here at the halftime. You're going to get the opening kick to go down, hopefully take the lead here. And if you're Vian offensively, just keep doing what you've been doing. Adair has had no answer whatsoever for Mason Wright, Drayton Fletcher. Just keep pounding the ball at them because they're picking up big, huge chunks of yardage on almost every play. Don't get fancy, don't get cute, and just do what you do and pound the ball and try to come out on top of this one. See if you can force another turnover, maybe kind of even up that turnover battle a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're Adair, keep doing what you're doing. I mean,
I agree. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, other than the to end the half, Vian has not stopped Adair. They've scored on every drive. They had them stopped on a 4th and 9, and then they threw the fake pass on the punt and got it. But give Coach Bradbury and the Adair Warriors credit. Again, I know we're a Vian broadcast, but you got to give credit where credit's due. They played excellent in the first half. However, Vian, it almost feels this is a heavyweight boxing match here, folks. And Vian came out and they were getting hit, man, left, right, and Adair had them going to the ground, but Vian was able to muster up some energy, and they were able to fight back. And now both fighters are up, and it's got a couple of rounds to go.
Ready to throw some haymakers now, I think. But Vian, I think they've kind of got that momentum back, and I think that's going to help them defensively a little bit as well. They've kind of been reinvigorated a little bit because defensively they've been in the right spots. They've just not been making the tackles, and much credit goes to Adair for that. But they've been in the right spot.
Yeah.
They've been where they need to be to stop these plays, but you see these Adair guys break 3-4 tackles before they finally bring them down, and Vian's not used to that. Vian's used to coming in defensive. The first guy to the ball just blows up the ball carrier, and that's it. And they're not accustomed.
I think you have to adjust. I think that's an adjustment you make at halftime. You tell your players, look, guys, this ESPN hits up top, this big shoulder. That ain't going to work. You're going to have to maybe go low and tackle them at the ankles.
And we saw Adolph Stahl finally do that coming in, and he would come in, and he'd go down, and he'd get an ankle, he'd get whatever he could, and hang on for dear life and slow those guys down until, some of his fellow defenders can come in and finish them off. But, and we talked about that in the pregame. You got to tackle these guys in space. They're so quick. They slip one tackle, they're going to take it to the house.
Well, the good thing is neither team has done that today.
No,
because neither team can tackle in space. But with McCord, he does such a good job. And I've mentioned it. You hear me? He will literally takes the ball and jump. You see him. He's like doing the hurdles out there. And so Vian, maybe they are trying to go low, and he's just saying, you know what, I got good. He's got great field vision, the young man. And,
he's a slippery guy. He's hard to get a hand on.
Yeah, he's if you look at him, though, Clint Person, he's about my size, maybe a little bit. I mean, obviously he's a little bit more muscular than I am, but he's not a big dude. He's just very athletic. I mentioned he's got great field presence.
He does.
And he just doesn't turn the ball over. And here's something that's really important. He's got the trust of his entire team. He's the leader, and it's not even close out there. And if you're Vian, as Adair comes back onto the field, you're Vian, you got to find a way to come up with a turnover, to stop on down something. And if you're Adair, you got to. I think the second half is somebody's going to make a big play, a big stop. Who's it going to be? That may be the winner of the game. Well, we're going to take our last time out here of your halftime show. 26-22, Adair leads. Vian will get the second half kickoff. We'll be back on The Mix.
There's a Kubota for every job. You'll find the one for your job at Gray Brothers, serving the Fort Smith and Poteau area. Gray Brothers equipment is staffed with friendly experts ready to help you step up to the Kubota mower, tractor, or excavator right for you. For residential, construction, farming, and more, Gray Brothers offers the machines and the service you can depend on. Kubota's signature orange is the sign of quality. At Gray Brothers, if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon.
National Bank of Sallisaw would like to offer a heartfelt salute to our military veterans. You proudly served, and now we'd like to serve you. With our new Veterans Prestige account, you can enjoy all the free benefits of our most rewarding Prestige accounts, all on us. With the Veterans Prestige account, there are no monthly service charges for those who served. Experience benefits like free checks and shopping, travel, and prescription discounts. You can even earn interest on your daily balance. Only at National Bank of Sallisaw, member FDIC, Division of First National Bank of Fort Smith.
The thing that makes me proud to be a Viking is the staff definitely try to help kids that are not involved in organizations fit in and have stuff to do rather than just going to class.
It's not an outrageous amount of money, and plus it's not bad education either. So you can get your 2 years done here and you can go somewhere else and not be in much debt.
We learn to work together in teams as well as becoming a better leader ourselves.
It's not that hard, and you can have a good time here for the next 2 years.
Visit carlalbert.edu.
People from all over save at the pre-owned mega sale, and it's here in the River Valley at Blue Ribbon in Salisol. Through Saturday only, nearly 200 high-quality pre-owned vehicles are marked for immediate sale. Don't miss it.
Blue Ribbon Salisol, home of the low-price cars.
Save thousands at the pre-owned mega sale now at Blue Ribbon in Salisol. Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, and more, all priced to sell. Hurry in through Saturday.
Blue Ribbon Salisol, home of the low-price cars.
84 weeks ago, with precisely 2 likes at the real Sarah Pascal, posted at McDonald's. Stop pretending like you don't see our snack wrap comments. It hurts. You thought they didn't see your comments? Petitions and posts? The DMs for 9 straight years? Those comments are the reason this exists. Snack wrap is back.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
Hog Creek Salvage and Towing have been serving the area since 1976. Our family serving your family with reclaimed and aftermarket auto parts, metal recycling, and towing. If we don't have the parts you need in stock, we can order them for you. We have the latest model equipment operated by highly trained personnel to protect your vehicles. With a full line of tow trucks, including rollbacks and semi-wreckers, there's no towing or recovery job our crew can't handle. Call Hog Creek Salvage and Towing in Salisaw or Boss Hog Towing in Vian.
Excuse me. Excuse me, are you Santa Claus? I heard you might be him. If you are him, here's my list.
Help the Marines make Christmas possible for less fortunate children. Donate a new toy to Toys for Tots.
Here's Santa Claus.
Is your furnace or air conditioner in your home acting up and causing you to be uncomfortable? Whether your furnace stops running or your air conditioning unit needs to be upgraded, you can count on Freeman Heat and Air, an authorized York dealer to provide the service and equipment you need to be comfortable again. Count on them for trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free service. Think Freeman Heat and Air and York for all your indoor comfort needs, when honesty and quality count.
Trusted in the community with a long history of customer satisfaction, Edwards Auto Sales on Highway 64 in Roland is always the right turn to take in your quest for the ultimate pre-owned vehicle. Edwards Auto Sales is a buy here, pay here dealership.
Doing a good job of moving out of the way, and then unfortunately when they do move, it's getting to the secondary guys, but they're having to kind of watch where it's at, and it's kind of throwing the timing off. So at this point, Clint, as good as your offense is, I say just jump on it and let's not mess with it.
Yep, I agree. Just take possession of it and let your offense do their thing. Of course, the last time Adair kicked it out of bounds, got penalized for the procedural penalty, which gave Vian excellent starting field position at about the 40-yard line.
Again, folks, hang with us. We apologize. We are on the satellite internet. There's nothing else here that we have. So that's all I got to say about that.
We're doing our best.
We're doing what we can. So we know it may, and the way satellite works is it's on one, but the Earth is rotating. I don't know if you knew that or not. And so it'll be switched from one to the other. So if it drops out, hang with us and we'll be back. We're not going anywhere, I promise you.
See a whole new outlook here from these Wolverine players. They come out, they seem a little more
around. They're bouncing around.
See a little more lively, a little more fired up here in the second half after that big comeback they made there in the end of that second quarter.
So they're going to kick off. I believe that is, I think that's going to be number 69 again.
I think so, yeah.
It is. Cameron Carlson, the sophomore. Boy, they got a lot of young players too, Clint.
They do.
Does.
They do. They're good. They're going to be good again next year.
Let's see what he decides to do here. He's got his hand up, and here comes the kick. It's going to be a bouncing kick. It's going to be fielded and fumbled, but Vian jumped. It is a adventure every kickoff, Clint.
Yeah, Folsom managed to corral it and go out of bounds.
I think they should have just let that go out of bounds, but Folsom just said, you know what, I'm going to knock it out of bounds. We're not going to deal with it.
Again, good starting field position here. They're going to take over about the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
Let's see what Adair is going to try to do defensively because they've had no answer for Mason Wright and Drayton Fletcher.
Man, this is fun, Clint.
It is.
Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Adair, or from the Vian 37-yard line. Mason Wright is going to be in the Wild Wolverine with Drayton Fletcher. Snap. It's going to be a gift to Drady, and he has a lot of space. Runs over a guy across midfield all the way to the 41-yard line.
Boy, he just
big run.
Trucked the defender. That was number 16, Ryan Wilson, that Drayton Fletcher just lowered the shoulder, met him head on, and ran him over.
24 yards on that run, Clint, and he drug defenders for about 20 of that. 1st and 10, Wolverines. They have it at the Adair 41-yard line.
Yeah,
just underway here in the second half.
That was a safety that came up and met Fletcher there, and he may have second thoughts about doing that again.
26-22, Adair leads, but Vian trying to answer. Again, they're going to keep Mason out there in the Wild Wolverine. Cash is split out wide. High snap, Mason keeps it. It's an option play, so he'll cut back the other way and puts his head down, gets across the 35 to the 34, so 7 yards, 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, good field vision that time by Mason. He saw that defense going to the right side, and so he cut it back to the left behind the play and picked up pretty good yardage on 1st down.
That is the 9th first down for Vian this afternoon. 231 yards of total offense. Again, they haven't had any trouble moving the ball. It's the turnovers and then the defense.
Vian taking their time here.
2nd and 3. Ball is at the Adair 34 officially. Mason stays out there at quarterback. Has it, fakes it to Fletcher, and takes it himself, and he's going to get hit for a loss back at the 35.
Yeah, that was a big hit. Got him right at the line of scrimmage. Big number 75, Heston Lutz, sophomore defensive lineman with the big tackle.
Yeah, I think, Clint, until you throw to Cash, they're just totally not doing it because he's just out there as a decoy, but we know he can catch it, so.
Yeah, they know.
Eventually, they may have to throw it out there. But 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, they give him the back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 4, Vian's going to have to see what they do here. They're going to stay with Mason and Drayton in the backfield. Snap. Mason going left side. Now he cuts in, and it makes one defender miss. 2, he's still on his feet. Cuts out. Oh, it's a face mask. He's at the 10. He goes all the way to the 6-yard line, and they're going to get half the distance on top of that.
Wow, big run there by Mason Wright. My goodness, making defenders miss. Just no answer for him.
Even being pulled down by his face mask, he still was able to get 10 more yards.
He even made sure the official knew it. He even gave the official the face mask call as he was running down the field.
Wow. Yeah, let's see what the official says here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. Ball be placed half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal, Vian.
So they're going to put it at the 2, Clint? 4. It's
at the 4, it looks like, yeah. It was, and it wasn't really an intentional face mask.
No,
the defender just
3-yard line.
Mason's so fast. You just got to get an arm out there. You got to do whatever you can.
He was just reaching the tackle, and it just happened to be in the face. No, it wasn't intentional at all. 1st and goal from the 3. Same formation. Mason going to keep it all the way this time, and he's met, spins, And another face mask is not called. He gets to about the 1, though.
I don't know if that was a face mask. I think maybe that looked like it. From here, it could have been a horse collar, because you see his jersey about halfway ripped off of him.
Oh, yeah.
Exposing his whole shoulder pads there. But he may not have got the hand down, into the shoulder pads. It's hard to tell from up here.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from up here.
So he got the ball on the 2 now. Got three shots at it.
Yeah, 2nd and goal. Now they're going to go with Cash back out there at quarterback. Drayton is the running back. Snap, give to Drayton, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Vian Wolverines. No flags.
Made it look easy.
So now they're going to go, they go for 2 here.
That was Mason Wright, actually.
Oh, was it Mason?
Yeah, with the carry. Yep.
Man, I need some new contact lenses, everybody.
Yeah, that was Mason you see there. Yeah, just saw an opening and right into the end zone, shedding defenders as he's going into the end zone.
Adolph Stahl comes in to hold the extra point. Chance to give Vian a 3-point lead here. There's the snap. It's down. Kick is up, and it is right through the middle. 8:55 left in the third. Vian retakes the lead. It's 29-26. We'll be back on the mix.
SRS Incorporated in Webbers Falls is your one-stop shop. SRS has vet supplies, show feed, deer corn, feeders, minerals, and food plot seeds. SRS has fertilizer for your garden, pasture, or farmland. SRS has lumber and hardware, treated, untreated, plywood, and even drywall. They have a great selection of tools, electrical and plumbing supplies, and any nut, bolt, or screw you could ever need. Your one-stop shop is SRS Incorporated, 404 West Commercial Street in Webbers Falls.
Prescription drug abuse is a growing epidemic in Oklahoma. The Sallisaw Now Coalition has partnered with Stericycle to provide permanent drop-off box locations at local police departments in Sallisaw, Roland, and Gore that can be used to safely dispose of prescription drugs. The boxes enable citizens to safely and anonymously remove prescription opioids and other medications from their homes. Be a part of the solution and take it to the box.
We're back at Chad Richardson Stadium. The Vian Wolverines have scored 23 unanswered, Clint. Take a 29-26 lead. We thought Mason Wright might have been banged up a little on that last play. He was in some pain, but he's back out there. I don't think unless a leg falls off, nothing's going to keep either one of these teams out of this game.
I don't, unless he gets ran over by one of those buses out there, no. I don't think you're going to get him out of this
That's
game.
for any of these, especially the seniors. For either one of these teams, nothing's going to keep them out. So Cash will kick off again as Manny Terrell will hold the ball. We're trying to get the crowd back, but the wind's so bad. There's the kick. It's going to be over the head of Adair, and it's going to go into the end zone. So
great kick
by Cash, by Cash. It'll be 1st and 10 Adair at the 20. Now Vian's job, Clint, is to stop Adair on offense.
Yeah, you just need one.
I think if you get one,
I think so. I think so, because, if you get one stop and then you continue to trade punches here, that's all you need. But you got to get that one stop. Like I said, Vian had him stopped on that one possession, but then they gave up the pass on the fake punt.
Cooper McCord with number 6, Ethan Stevens, to his, kind of like a half pistol, half shotgun here. McCord now puts Stevens in motion, takes the snap. It's going to be a throw to Stevens. He gets it. Vian is ready for it, but he does a good job of making defenders miss. Gets it up to about the 29. I think it'll be a first down, Clint.
They're going to give him about 9. They're going to mark him about a yard shy, it looks like.
So it'll be 2nd and short. Man, Adair's been living in 2nd and short all afternoon long.
They have. I'd like to see this Vian defense even up the turnover battle here at 2 apiece.
I think if they could, it would make such a difference here. 8:49, the clock is stopped as he was knocked out of bounds. That was, again, Stevens. He came out of the backfield, and they threw it to him on a little wheel route.
Yeah, McCord put him in motion.
McCord takes the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's lit up. It's going to be a loss back to the 27-yard line. They finally got to him, Clint.
Ooh, Max Ross. Amos Wright was the first man in there and got a hold on him, and Max Ross came in and just blew him up. We saw that there towards the end of that second quarter as well with Garrett Hunt out there, the big senior defensive lineman. We saw him on 2 or 3 straight plays make some big plays. The senior defensive lineman out there saying, come on, boys, let's get this done.
Well, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 2. They give him forward progress. Now they're going to say he lost the yard. So 3rd down and 2, Adair at their own 28-yard line. 8:08 and counting. They're going to go with a shotgun formation. 29-26, Vian back in front. Now Adair is going to have to call a timeout. They're all over the place, and the coach is not happy.
Timeout, Adair. First charge timeout of the half.
We'll keep it here, Clint. So,
well, that's big though to make Adair burn a timeout this early in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, just not even 4 minutes gone by.
The way this game's going, you may need every one of those timeouts to put a last-second drive together to win this game.
Well, this is, we looked at all these games from last night to tomorrow night. We looked at them, and not just us, but the experts out there all said all 6 of the 4. 7:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. 7:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's 29-26. Wolverines are in front. McCord all by himself now, man in motion. Takes the snap, fakes it, and he's going to keep it, and he'll get up to about the 35, so 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. So Vian's doing a much better job, Clint, here over the last several drives of getting to McCord and getting, they're still getting the yards, but they're not getting 20, 30. They're getting, 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was Garrett Hunt and Max Ross again on that tackle. That D-line doing a little better job not letting those offensive linemen get up to the 2nd level, let Riley Ellis stay free to fly around out there.
McCord and Vian jumps off sides. You got to stop giving them credit.
Yeah.
Every time we say something good, they jump off sides.
We're going to start saying bad things.
Yeah, we'll start saying bad things.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Although I don't want to say anything too bad about them because they're a lot bigger
No,
than we are.
we're not saying anything bad.
Yeah. They're a lot bigger than we are.
285 total yards for Adair, 261 total yards for Vian, but that is their 4th penalty. So now it goes to 2nd and 4. McCord takes the snap, and he will keep it, and he will not get much. They stood him up. They're giving a lot of forward progress here, Clint. They give him to the 42, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that was big Tyson Murphy in there over on that left defensive tackle. And like I said, we were just talking about it, that D-line's doing a really good job now. They're kind of starting to shore up that line of scrimmage a little bit and take control.
I think if you're Vian, you got to go bend, don't break here on this drive.
I think so.
Yeah, it's all right if they get a 1st down here. They're burning the clock, but you're in the lead. 3rd and 2 from the 42. McCord looks over to the coaches. I don't know if Coach Bradbury's calling the plays or who, but he looks over. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. It's going to be a give to him on the end around. There's a flag on the play, but it may not matter. There's flags all over the place. As Vian, it's going to be a loss, so we'll see. There's probably one for illegal formation, and I don't know. They may have got a roughing the passer in the back.
I don't know. Adolph Stahl came flying in and made that tackle.
I think they may have got a roughing the passer. These may offset here. We'll see what the ref says.
Adolph didn't get fooled by any of the motion or anything going on, and he read that play perfectly.
Vian is pointing that way, which would be against them.
I wonder if we got a holdout here on the edge as well on Adair.
Well, they threw the flag right at the start, so we'll see here.
I think they're talking to Coach Willis.
Yeah, they're calling a hold.
They're going to talk to Willis and see if he wants to enforce this one.
I may enforce it because, what?
It was 3rd down. It was 3rd and 2. Coach Willis weighing his options here, see what he wants to do.
See what the official says. Yeah,
I think they're going to decline it.
Oof. That's going to make it 3rd.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal shift, offense, penalty decline. Holding, offense, penalty decline.
Okay.
4th down.
All right, so it's going to be 4th and 4.
4th and 4, Clint. I don't know.
If you're Adair, I think you got to kick it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to. You got to watch the fake, though, Clint.
As we found out the hard way, yes.
I wouldn't send anybody back.
No, Vian's not. They're going to drop Mason back just about 15 yards is all. He's basically just going to be back at his normal safety spot.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, fool me twice, whatever. And they're going to kick it this time, and it's going to go away from me. That's actually a really good kick. Mason's going to field it at the 25, and he's going to try to make some guys miss, just puts his head down and gets about the 29. Mason's got to watch out, though, boy. He's jumping up real quick and saying stuff to him.
He is ultra competitive.
Yeah, that he is, and I love that about him. We love that about him, but I always tell people we can probably get away with that when we're playing back with the officials that know us. Up here, they don't quite know us that well. And so
and you get to this level, they call everything a lot tighter, especially with any extracurricular type stuff, any of that. They want to nip that stuff in the bud real quick.
So big stop for the Wolverines. Now they got to go down and get some points, make this a 2-possession game. 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. They're in the I formation. Mason is the running back, and they're going to give it right to him, and he makes one guy go down, and he gets about 4 yards. It'll be second.
Hey.
Now they give him 3, 2nd and 7.
Hey, Vian more than happy with 3 or 4 yards on a first down play. Keep that clock running. You got the lead here. You got the momentum going your way. Don't get cute. Don't do anything fancy. Just do what you do.
29-26, Wolverines are in front. Sequoia County, man, I know there's a lot of people watching from the whole area. I think the whole side of the state. They're tired of the West winning all these championships.
Not very often you get 2 teams from the East matching up against each other in a championship game.
That's true. Snap. It's going to be a give to Mason again. Oh, Adair's ready for him, and he's going to put his head down and get maybe a yard, Clint. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, they're going to give him 1. I think you gotta hit something to the outside, I think.
I'm okay with running
Capitalize that speed. Well, I agree, but maybe hit a run to the outside and let one of these speedy Vian guys get out in space and make a defender miss.
Maybe run that option out of the Wild Wolverine. That always seems to do good with Drady and Mason here. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep. Trammell's gonna split out.
Actually, they're mentioning something to Riley. They got 7 seconds on the play clock. Cash is set. There's the snap. Mason going to fake it, and Adair's ready for it, but he's still going to get the first down, Clint. Boy, it's going to be close.
I think he got it.
Yep, they're going to give it to him. He gets the 39. He needed the 39. That's exactly what he got. So first down, Wolverines, 4:34 left in the third.
Boy, good effort there by Wright because that hole closed up quickly. It didn't look like there was going to be much running room at all.
Yeah, he just got behind. I think that was Max out there and just literally was pushing him in the back and saying, let's go, big fella.
That was a good, tough run right there. They needed that one.
And more importantly, keeps the ball out of Adair's hands, man.
Clock's going to go down right around the 4-minute mark before they snap this one. They got to hurry. Game clock play clock, I should say, under 10 seconds now. So they got
5 seconds. They got time. They're going to go with the same formation. Mason, high snap, and then there's a flag on the play. I think they got a false start. They try. That's the only if there's any knock on this Vian offense is that they still run the plays in.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
For some reason, this field seems bigger.
Yeah.
It seems like it's further to run back and forth.
That may not have been an altogether bad penalty.
Yeah,
because
the ball
that was a high snap, and they were a little out of sorts trying to rush that play. That they may have got kind of bailed out by that penalty.
29-26, Wolverines lead. The clock is running. 3:50 left. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Ball is back at the 34-yard line. Cash is back at quarterback. Shotgun formation. Has it. It's going to be a give to Fletcher, and Drady's going to run through defenders, and that may be a late hit.
Yeah, I think they're going to say
actually that was Mason.
I think they're going to say he initiated contact inbounds and then just kind of rode him out of bounds. But
gets it to the 40, gets the penalty yardage and 1 back, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9. If that had been on the Vian side, Clint, they probably would have called it, but with it being over here, 8. And again, there wasn't anything egregious. No. It was just, like you said, he
just kind of rode him out of bounds.
Now, if it had been an NFL, they'd have suspended him for 12 games and he'd be out of the league. But, thankfully we don't do that here. We let him play a little football here. 2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line. Cash in the pistol. Has it. It's going to be a fake. Looking. He's in trouble. Throws a pass down the middle. It's caught by Drayton Fletcher at the 39-yard line. 21 yards and a first down. Drady had to go down and catch it on his backside, but he caught it. It's all that matters.
Yeah, boy, if that had been in the NFL, he was right back up on his feet. He'd have took that one to the house.
He might have been in the end zone. As they fooled everybody. It looked like a screen, but it was not.
That was a good play by Trammell, just keeping that one alive and looking downfield and waiting for the receiver to come open and putting the ball right on him.
3:10 left here in the third quarter. 29-26, Vian's in front. They have a 1st and 10 from the Adair 44-yard line. They're going to go with the I formation. Riley Ellis will be the fullback. Cash going to pitch it to Mason, left side, and Adair's kind of ready for him, but he still gets about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. More importantly, the clock is running.
It was a pretty good, tough run. Looks like, boy, right. A little slow to get up after that play, but he's right back in the huddle.
They are leaving everything on the field, Clint.
Yeah, he's carrying the load here today for the Wolverines.
Cash will bring the play in.
Vian with
Zayden Cheater.
Vian with 295 yards of total offense now.
Yeah, Zayden Cheater out there playing center as a freshman. I think Vian, we had to stop the clock for a second here.
Timeout, officials, timeout.
I think they're going to send a player off.
Yeah,
maybe an equipment
Hunt.
issue. Yeah, I think maybe there's an equipment issue of some sort, and they're going to send him off to get that remediated.
That they are. Need to get Folsom involved here, Clint.
I agree. It's he'll hit you when you least expect it.
High formation again. It's going to be a give to, I believe that's right, and he'll pound his way to the 41. Not much. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Vian happy to keep that clock running. It goes under 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
This may be 4-down territory.
It may well be. It may very well be. If they can pick up at least half of it here, I think that'll put you in 4-down territory.
Here comes Folsom and Stahl.
This might be Folsom time right here.
Yeah, he's going to stay lined out on the far side. 9 on the play clock. Plenty of time. 3 receivers up top. Cash takes the snap, drops, looking downfield, throws the pass, has Folsom out there. There's the penalty. They don't call the penalty. They basically tackled him out there. That should have been holding at least. What are we doing here, guys?
Oh, my goodness.
And Coach Willis is just like me. He is giving the official an earful, and it's 4th and 7, and Vian will have to punt here, Clint.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
Wow, I don't know what.
I don't know how you let that one go.
Oh, they're going to line up to go for it, though. We'll see if they do that little pooch kick that they do so well. 10 on the play clock, and yep, Cash is going to step back. And it's going to kick it, and it's going to be high, and it's going to bounce and bounce and bounce and die at the 2-yard line.
What a punt.
So a great punt by Cash Tremel. It'll be 1st and 10, Adair at their own 3-yard line.
Wow, Mason Wright and Adolph Stahl down there quick to cover that one. Got the perfect bounce sideways rather than into the end zone.
Man, Clint, I don't know how they missed that.
I don't know how you don't throw the flag on that one.
Folsom, we mentioned they were going for him. They
he was wide open.
They did a pump fake, and the receiver or the quarterback knew he was beat, so he grabbed him, which is the right thing to do because it would have been a touchdown, but they didn't call the penalty. So Adair catches a break there. 1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line. They're backed up. Vian, see what they do here. McCord takes a snap. He's looking to throw, throws a pass way downfield, and it is incomplete. Good defense by Ledger Folsom. Woo!
Yeah, great job, Ledger Folsom. It looked like it was going to drop in there. Folsom timed it out just right, broke up the pass, didn't draw the flag. Couldn't have done it any better.
It's a little underthrown, but, man, he heaved that 50 yards, Clint. It was at the 50-yard line, but it was a little underthrown, so Ledger was actually beat, but he was able to use his speed and catch up and knock that away.
He was throwing that one into the wind. It was a great throw.
2nd and 10 now from their own 3. McCord takes a snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Vian's ready for him, and they'll knock him down at about the 6, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Yep. 1 minute left in the third quarter, 29-26 Wolverines.
Mr. Stahl came flying up and said, no, sir. Seen enough of that.
This is a dangerous situation for Adair. They don't want to mess up, but at the same time, you don't want to just run it and not get anything and punt it right back to them. So we'll see what Coach Bradbury draws up here. 3rd and 7 from the 6. McCord puts a man in motion. They're going to fake it to him. He's looking to throw. Has all day, and it is over the head. Mason Wright was there in coverage, but Clint, he had the tight end, but it was too high.
Yep, couldn't get enough on it. Good coverage out there by Wright.
Now, if you're the Wolverines, don't run into the kicker here.
Nope.
You're going to get good field position. He's kicking into the wind. Back to punt is number 16, Ryan Wilson. He's one that I believe has had a great game on offense, too. So Mason and number 11, Adolph Stahl, are back deep. They're standing at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, he's punting into the wind.
High snap. He's able to get it down. The kick is up, and it is not good. Mason's going to let it bounce. He'll field it at the 35, and we'll get all the way to about the 24-yard line. That's where they're going to put it. First and 10 Wolverines at the Adair 24.
Wow, good job by the Wolverine defense. Set up by the excellent punt from Cash Trammell. So Wolverines set up. They're going to take over.
Yeah, 22 seconds. They'll run one play, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're going to take over almost in the red zone here.
Here we go. We'll see what they do. It looks like it's going to be Cash and Drayton. Mason's in the slot.
Forever Memories Funeral Services welcomes you to take advantage of the services they offer, from pre-planning to uniquely designing a celebration of the life journey of your loved one. Forever Memories has local ownership. They've lived in this community for many generations. With a caring staff and a beautiful facility, Forever Memories is dedicated to serving Sequoyah County and surrounding communities affordably with dignity. Forever Memories Funeral Services on Highway 101, just north of Sallisaw.
And we're back here